Всем привет, дорогие друзья, с вами я, Тимос, и сегодня мы продолжаем играть в игру Edith Finch, вот, да, не Вич, а Finch, вот. И, ребят,
I can't
я
describe
остановился на
it,
том
but
же,
I felt like some part of Molly was still here.
да, и я остановился на тот же самом моменте, как я говорил, не пропущу ни одного момента без вас. И, ребят, вы очень быстро и сразу же набрали 5 лайков под прошлым видео. Я очень удивлен. Спасибо за такую поддержку. И это вторая часть, вторая комната. Видео примерно будет длиться, как и прошлое. И давайте сразу не медлить и приступим. Если кто не видел прошлое видео, то обязательно посмотрите, вам станет все ясно. Интересно.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Атмосферный, ребят.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. We got along, and it was a good place to hide from my mom. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't. One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
Эдди не хочет уезжать. 72 года старой женщине. А дальше я не знаю. Нет, стоп. Little forest. Типа лес горел. Маленький лес горел. Огонь, типа.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him. Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones.
Интересно. Так, давайте же продолжим.
Her room was like a museum.
Ну да. Похоже, кстати.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune. And misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
Капец.
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Кстати, ребят, дочь Одина, знаете, кто такой Один? Это еще у викингов был такой бог. Бога. Один. Они еще говорили, буду праздновать за столом, попивая эль. Эль это у них такой спиртной напиток был.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Ну, я сейчас реально не знаю, можно ли найти вот такой дом. Он вообще, это по событиям чего-то было сделано. Очень интересно, потому что тут как бы события очень интересные, ребят. Ну все. Очень интересно. Один, это бог
Whatever's
такой.
wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Так, ну, все, давай пока. Так, Ого, у него библиотека. Телевизор.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Офигеть, 90. Вау, как тут уютно. Блин, тут очень уютно. Сколько они вообще потратили на этот дом денег? Он очень огромный. И тут прям видно, что из плитки этой кварц сделано.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
Да. Опс. Так, давайте дальше пройдем. Если там нам ничего не надо, пройдем. Куда? Здесь секрет этой ванной комнаты. Бай, это типа... Блин, как объяснить? Ну, типа, сделано. Типа... Ну, не... Бай, это типа от... Ну, как сказать? Ну, короче, это... Бай, это... Сделано, типа, с Феном и Эдди Финчем. От них, типа. Так.
There's a secret in this bathroom.
Ага.
It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Интересно. Ну, как они это вообще сделали? Это просто очень нереально. Реально очень, ребята, интересная игра. С такими
Sven
нычками.
gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Просто реально игра затягивает. Милтон. О. Сохранение. Мне страшно.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him.
Два брата Келвин и Сэм. Ну, он, наверное, был таким, любил космос, все у него с космосом связано. Вот, Space Космос. А он охоту, видимо, любил. И как раз вот охотник, воин какой-то, наверное, солдат.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Во. Крутяк.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Ребята, это я делаю.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Обязательно скачайте, у кого есть PlayStation Plus, вам очень понравится, я уверен.
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it.
Что он решился?
I told him going around was impossible.
Я понял.
Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Он почти по поводу
I'm not gonna tell you again.
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it.
Капец, не знаю.
I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother. The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Космонавт. Нам еще, ребята, много, так что игра, наверное, затянется еще буквально на 3 серии. Или
Edie roped
4.
off Calvin's half of the room.
Трагично, но мы...
Mom said Grandpa
Очень
Sam
жалко.
enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Нычка, что ли, какая-то? Кто бы до этого догадался, ребята, просто...
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Подольше давайте посмотрим. Кстати, я не знаю, куда мне идти. Давайте сюда попробуем.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house. Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara. Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Ну это там, где мы в самый первый раз зашли в ту комнату, и все стало понятно. Понятно. Я представляю, как нам вернуться назад. Вот.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Она, наверное, была актрисой. Вот. Даже ее куклы даже были. Это ее племяшка или кто? Какая племяшка? Ну вот, короче, она была актрисой, популярной девочкой. Вот у нее даже 3 какие-то награды, премии. Даже в нее в честь ее куклы Барбара, гитара. Вау, я бы сейчас сыграл. Даже мне в честь нее улица
I
была.
never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Вот, Барбара, 1944-1960. Бигфут, эта пленка.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father.
Это правда было, да?
He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
Чё, мне сейчас крутить, да?
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Ключик. Вау, ребят.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Да, мне страшно. Мне сейчас надо будет типа уклониться, да? Капец. Я все сломаю.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Господи.
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
and she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Давайте походим, может, посмотрим, что еще такое. Опять не страшно, я в пещеру.
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing.
Ой, хорош.
And he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
Вот выход. А, я понял, про какой выход она имеет.
That night, she played her part beautifully. She thought about abandoning Walter, but just couldn't do it.
Что мне делать, ребят? Я не достаю.
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned.
На.
He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Я тоже так чувствую. Где он?
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Динг-дон. Мне кажется, это ее там родаки приехали. Ну, это...
At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh dear.
Серьезно.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Капец.
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Понятно. Ребят, а на этом все. Я прошел 2 комнаты, почти как в прошлый раз. Но они просто были легкие, из-за этого я прошел 2. А раньше одну, она просто долгая была. Ну, в прошлом видео. Ребята, на этом все. С вами был Тимоса. Подписывайтесь на канал. 6 лайков и следующее видео. Спасибо за то, что набрали за один день 5 лайков. И вышло сразу новое видео. И также, как только набираете 6 лайков, выходит новое видео. Спасибо за 13 подписчиков. Всем удачи. Всем пока.